comment. Just don't say nothing stupid because I will ban your ass. I say, goddamn, I was looking at these goddamn icons on here, and I look at my goddamn afro. I say, goddamn, I'm an Annunaki. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, nigga, they say that he looked up in the sky and they seen the motherfucker up there sitting on the throne. That motherfucker had hair like lamb's wool. I say, goddamn, that's the God. That's Sarah up there now on them motherfucking clouds. And it's real. You feel what I'm saying? And it's real, nigga. You got to understand. As above, so below. You see what I'm saying? We immortalize ourselves and shit, and we use our icons and our deacons and put them in the star to, you know what I'm saying? So that we can align, you know, and record constellations, the movement of the constellation. You got to call them, you got to put some divine, names on these constellations. We put our own name. So the man that we see up there is us. It's a mirror reflection of ourselves. So you motherfucker thinking about, talking about some Anunnakis is coming back. These is constellations aligning for our resurrection and rise. See, y'all don't understand it. We're going to talk about that today. We're going to talk about the golden eon. Y'all think it's a game, but it's real. I'm going to break it down to you like nobody else going to break it down to you. I'm going to give you all the receipts. Niggas out there chitter-chatting, I'm going to give you all the receipts. What the golden eon is. When you go into Greek mythology, they call it the golden age. You see, the golden age when everything. Matter of fact, we're gonna get that up here. You see what I'm saying? We're gonna deal with the Anunnaki because ain't nobody breaking it down like we doing over here. We got to make it make sense. You see what I'm saying? This is esoterical language. You feel me? But we got the keys so we don't float away. Some niggas, they're gonna float on. Float on. Yeah, y'all gonna float on. We solid. You feel me? Yeah, you understand? Motherfucker can have an anchor. You gonna have to put an anchor around these niggas' neck. They gonna be all over there on them crazy nigga videos, and they coming back. Nigga gonna be in there shaking in their goddamn living room on whatever their day. Niggas gonna be in there shaking and shit. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker gonna lock the door, and nail the 2x4s on the motherfucking door and every goddamn thing. Scared to come out. You see? But we're going to break it down today. We're going to talk about the golden eon. What is the golden eon? And it's crazy. Now, I want y'all to understand when we talk about the Anunnaki. And I showed y'all yesterday about On, the city of On, which is also An, A-N, which is also Anu. Okay, I showed you that coming straight up out the biblical encyclopedia. You see what I'm saying? So when we talk about On, which is not only is it A-N as in Anunnaki, or On, O-N as in the city of On, which we clearly saw was Heliopolis, which is the city of the sun. It is also UN. So it's O-N is A-N and it's UN. The vowels are interchangeable. So the S-O-N is also the S-U-N, you see, and the A-N-U. You feel what I'm saying? Which is all symbolic of solar divinity. You see, and so when you say the S-O-N, that's the S-U-N manifested in the flesh. That's you, black man. You that Sarah, the son of the sun. That's all that's saying. Okay? And so we had to break that down. And so we broke it down yesterday. I see people was amazed at the breakdown of alien, which is Elion, which is one of the names of what they call, the God, but that's another derivative that then been taken up out of the Medunetta. Elion, El, God, and On. We just went over that. So you should, and anytime you see these biblical, mythological names, I'm giving you the prefixes. You should This is a language that I'm giving you a whole new language. You supposed to be, damn, ANON, automatically go in there and look it up and do and write it down and decipher it and translate it so you can have proper understanding. You feel what I'm saying? So alien is Elion, which is, and the on again is the sun, and El is God, the soul of God, the soul of deity, Ra. You see, El, Ra, all of these are derivatives of the same God. When you go and look at Baal, Baal, and you see them, you know, in the smiting of the enemy, got the crown of Upper Egypt on his head. These are the same deities. Also, Baal Haman. Wait a minute. Let me work, man. Let me work, man. Let me work. Shit. Let me not just break in. Let me show you better than I can tell you. Baal. Haman, which is Amen. Let's see. Let's work. I'm gonna get it in here. Let me get it in here. Okay, let me take that out. Let me take that out. Okay, let me take that out right quick. Bingo. Bingo. All right. Okay, here you go. Here you go. Here you go. We're gonna work. We're gonna work. Let me get it in here. Okay, let me go and take that out. Okay, let me see. How is it looking up there? Okay, it's good up there. I'm just looking on the big screen. So you see right there, you see etymology. You can go down there and it says Baal, the meaning of his first name, Baal, is identified as one of the Phoenician deities covered under the name Baal. However, the name of the meaning of his second name, Haman, is a association with Amen. See, Amun. Now they're gonna put in there the god of ancient Libya, but that's also. But see, they trying to spin off. You feel what I'm saying? No, Amen is the ancient god of the Nile Valley, but understandably that this is an empire in the New Kingdom, and a lot of those those nations was under the rulership of the Nile Valley. So now, when you see that Ham, now when we go in the Bible again, see this is showing you something. That Ham in the Bible, that is the patriarch of the African nation, he's associated with the god Amen. You feel what I'm saying? Ham is associated with the god Amen, the great god of Waset. Okay, and that's why Egypt was called what? The land of Ham, which is the land of Amen. Okay, so just laying that out there. Okay, just laying that out there. So even within many of these deities of Phoenicia and all that, this is brother and sister nations now. So, we talking about ancient Carthage, we talking and all through that area, Etrusca and Etrusca, the Minoan civilization on the island of Crete, all through the Mediterranean. You see, and so now not only did they worship Amen, they also worship Set. Okay, which we're gonna get off into. We're gonna get off into the nah. Let's get it. Let's deal with this when we talk about the golden eon, because in the Greek mythology they refer to it. Let me get in here. Let me see. What did I do yesterday? I just put in Saturn. Oh, there it is, right there. Okay. Well, there it is right there. You can see it right there. The relationship between the Roman god Janus. And see, this is all esoterical. You can go right in his name and you can see the Anu in Janus. You can see the Anu, okay? And you can see the Set, okay? Now let me break this shit down. Let me break this shit down because y'all might be people. Wait a minute, y'all might not be catching on until I drop this. The Anu people of Egypt. There you go. There you go, right there. Here it is, right there. Let me see if I can get that one in there. Okay, that's 900. Okay. The Anu, or they spell it, you can spell it with two N's. That's, that's to your preference. You see, Anu people were considered an ancient aboriginal population of southern Egypt and Nubia linked to the pre-dynastic period and potentially the origins of early religious and cultural practices in the Nile Valley. Listen, they are connected to the city of Heliopolis, Anu, okay, okay, connected to the solar deity, the solar worship, and are believed to have significant spiritual and scientific knowledge and are recognized in the writings of early Egyptologists and African scholars, emphasizing Egypt's African root. Okay, now let's see if we can get this picture up in here. Okay, here you go. Anu first settlers of the Nile Valley in Egypt, and you see right there, worshipers of the god Set. Now they try to, they spell it Seth. You see, and Set is one of the gods that's damn near in every mythology. Do y'all realize that? He's in the biblical, Quranic religions. He's in the Greek. He's in the Egyptian. He's in the Hindu. He's in the Hindu. Set is in all. This is the ancient Nubian god that preceded Osiris. He preceded Heru. He preceded Amen. He preceded all those deities. Okay, so when the Anu people came into Egypt, they were worshipers of Set. Okay, so now when we talk about Set and we talk about the Anu people, so you understand Set. So when you talk about Janus, right, we just went into Janus. You see the Anu, they are hide it in there esoterically. Janus, and create a mythology around it. You see, these are the original Ethiopians that was in the land. Okay, so you got Janus, Anu, and then you got Saturn. Did we deal with that? Okay, we dealt with it. Okay, the relationship between the Roman god Janus and the planet. Now they didn't made them, moons of Saturn. I think Janus is a moon of Saturn too, up there in the astrological. So also, it's connected in the astrological theology. But when you come down here, it says in thanks, I don't know, Saturn shared his knowledge of agriculture because Janus gave Saturn refuge. He was fleeing where the god, let me read it out. The relationship between the Roman god Janus and the planet Saturn is primarily found in mythology, where the god Janus, hospitable, welcomed the god Saturn to the land of Lactum. Okay, Lactum, after Saturn was exiled from heaven. In thanks, Saturn shared his knowledge of agriculture and other civilized arts with Janus and the people, ushering in a golden age. So all of that is esoterical, because once you understand that Saturn is also Saturn and Taseti, which is the Nubian people, which Nub means gold, then you understand what the golden age is. You feel what I'm saying? Now I'm gonna back it up and then we're gonna push on, because I ain't gonna spend too many, I got, I'm in 20 minutes and I'm out and I'm moving to the next one, but I guarantee you this is hella gem. Now I'm gonna go to the Yuga, and that's the years, or the great years of Hindu cosmology. I'm in there now. I'm in there. Yugas, listen to me. Yugas are four cyclical, okay, solidical ages in Hindu cosmology. Yugas are four solidical ages in Hindu cosmology. Listen, each representing a distinct period of spiritual and social decline from the critter. Okay, now listen, from the critter, which is the Satya. You see right there where it says Satya Yuga or Golden Age. See, so even when you go into the great years of the Hindu cosmology, which I think ends up being, if I'm not mistaken, something, because they got right here, they saying that each complete yuga consists of 4,320,000 human years. 4 million. So each one, so it comes out to being something like, okay, 4 times 4, that's 16. So it's let me do that, because we want to try to get as correct as possible. We want to be as correct as possible. I know y'all already out there adding it up as we move forward. Okay, 1, 2, 3 times 4, and that'll bring you to, it says 17. Wait a minute, that's even more than that. I couldn't have did that right. Damn, let me see, 3. Yes, it is. It's 17 million. What I'm talking about, 7. Yeah, it is 17,280,000 years. Okay, so when you're talking about the complete revolution in the Hindu great year of cosmology, which is the complete, I believe it's the complete revolution around the sun in that cycle, which is 4 cycles, and each cycle 4,320,000 human years. You see at the very top is the Satya Yuga, which is Set. The Set, and just as in the Greek mythology, when Saturn ruled, which was the golden age, and with it, even in the Hindu, you see that the Satya Yuga, and that's when we are at our pinnacle. Hear me out now. I'm trying to drop this shit. A time of spiritual perfection, truth, and unity, where divinity is inherent in every action. Wait a minute. Ain't that what the fucking general been saying all along? Ain't that what I said? I thought that's what I said. Didn't I say that? Okay, then. So we know this shit. This is ancient knowledge now. Okay, and we blacken it up. So we know that age is coming. So now the mythologies is only speaking to that. So what I'm saying is, even though, you look up into the stars, yeah, because the constellations are aligning. You feel what I'm saying? The constellations are aligning. But the Annunaki that's coming back, that's us. You see what I'm saying? Yes, but we put our great icons in the sky, those matriarch and patriarch divinities of our race. They align the cosmos, and they define particular constellations. And this whole great year is like a combination of astrological, spiritual, combination lock. And every as it aligns, just like a lock, it opens up portals in the sky. And they know that the combination of constellations that brings about this yuga, this Satya yuga, or this golden age is aligning. They know that them constellations out there are aligning. And when they line up, click. You know, when you hear that, when you do it, you do your lock, you turn it this way, you turn it that way, and you can hear that motherfucker that last time. You can hear it say click. And when you hear it say click, the portal will open up. It'll be our time. You feel what I'm saying? You still got to have consciousness, but it just be like to connect is gonna be easy. Our people's spirit is gonna be thirsty to align itself with this divinity, because we're gonna see shit that you ain't never seen before with the human eye. You're gonna see stars that you ain't never seen before with the human eye. You see, you very well may see two suns out there. You see what I'm saying? And and things of that nature. So that's what it is, family. We're gonna move forward because I'm gonna drop as much information. We'll move into the next video and then we'll talk about it. But remember where you got them, Jim. Look it up. The Satya Yuga. Go and deal with the Anu peoples of ancient Egypt. And they was worship of Set. Remember who showed you in the Greek mythology? Janus, Anu, John, Anubis. And then go in there and get Saturn, which is showing you esoterically the same. And go into the Hindu, dig in that and deal with the Satya Yuga, which is the Satya Yuga. You see what I'm saying? That's the return of the Annunaki, which is us. That's right. The children of the great dragon. That's us, the solar dragon that you see right there on the Pharaoh head. The return is near, family. I'll be right back. Get with me over there at Patreon, man. I got that file for you. You know I'm coming. Hey, what's up, chemistry? I see you out there, good family. Yeah. That's right. Sekhmet, Sobek, all that. Cellcat. Yes, you feel me? All that. Black power. I'll be right back. This is General Sarasun said. He said, hey, arm yourself with knowledge, bang on that wicked ass beast daily. Liberation through African education and confrontation. Black power.